Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Anna's channel, and welcome to the third episode of Siam Sinister stories. I want to tell you guys first, I pour all of my energy into it, and it means I am practicing English at the same time. I'm sure this is not American accent or British accent, even Thai accent, but this is my accent. I really like about true crime story. I was born in Thailand. I'm Korean girl, and I want to practice more English about speaking. So I decided to do this. For the first episode, I hope you guys like it. However, you guys can comment everything, the good thing, bad thing I hear. I will listen, I hear, and I will improve myself. And let's see what will you listen for the third episode case. I can do it, Mom. Mom, I miss you. These were the last words of 15 years old girl ever said to her mom. So today, I got a seriously heartbreaking story to share with you. And it all went down right here in Thailand back in 2012. Third, let's meet the main person of this story, a woman named Nong-Jariya Srisak. She was a single mom with 3 children. Her oldest child lived with her own mom. So Chandra was living with her second and third children in a small house in Phetchaburi province. But this story, we're gonna focus on her second child, Jariya Srisak. But everyone called her Nam, because Thai people have nickname, yes. So that's what I'll be calling her for this whole episode, Nam, okay? Nam was just 15 years old and worked with her mom, Chandra. They selling stuff, many things. They were super close. She wasn't in school anymore, though she actually quit after 5th grade because she was bullied. Can you believe that? Just for being taller than her friend, they called her a big girl. And it got to her so much that she told her mom she was done with school. She didn't want to go to school anymore. And after that, she just stayed home and helped her mom with whatever she could. And in February 2012, Chandра's cousin, a hairdresser named Bla, came over to visit. Bla was this well-connected person who knew a lot of people. So Bla told Chandra that one of her clients, a woman named Mona-Kritsana Suwanpitak, or Mona, and I'll call her Mona all this whole episode too, okay? Mona was looking for a young girl to work as a housemaid. Mona was 45 and a former beauty pageant contestant from Phetchaburi. So she seemed like pretty big deal. The job was in a village in Bangkok's Prachachun area, and it paid 6,000 baht a month. That's about 185 US dollars. Bla, being a good friend, promised Chandra that Mona was a great person And Mona really did seem like a beautiful woman from a good family, the daughter of a village headman, no less. Since Chandira's family was really stacking for cash, she decided to talk to Nam about it. Oh, what's happened to my voice? She asked Nam if she could help ease her burden. And Nam, being the sweet child she was, says, "Yes, Mom, I can go. I can do it. I will help you, Mom." So Chandra took Nam to Mona's mother's house in Phetchaburi, and Mona came all the way from Bangkok to pick her up. Mona promised Chandra she would take good care of Nam and bring her back every Sunday. But you know how it goes. The third week passed, and Nam didn't come home. Chandra was getting worried and asked Mona why. Mona just said Nam was busy and worked and tried to ignore her questions. After the first month, Mona had someone give Chandra 3,000 baht, claiming Nam wanted to save the other half for food and expenses. But Chandra didn't care about the money at all. All she wanted was to see her daughter. And 2 months went by. Mona still hadn't brought Nam home. She only let Nam call her mom once. And that was it. Just once. In late March or early April 2012, Chandra finally got a hold of Mona and asked why Nam hadn't come home. She missed her so much and just wanted to talk to her for a minute. When Nam got on the phone, her voice still sounded good and bright. Chandra asked Nam, "Nam, how's work, dear? Is it hard? Are you tired? If it's too much, just come back home. You don't have to put up with it." And Nam said, "Yes, Mom, I can do it. I can handle it." You can just imagine how Chandra felt. Hearing her daughter say she had to endure something must have been quite heavy for her. So Chandra told Nam, "If you can't endure it, just come back home, okay?" And Nam said, "Yes, Mom, I can do it. Mom, I miss you." Does it sound familiar? Yeah, that's the very sentence I started this episode with. And it turned out to be the last thing a mother would ever hear from her daughter. And after that, Chandra tried to call Nam again and again. But Mona just said, "Nam is busy. She doesn't have time to talk." Chandra got frustrated and asked, what kind of work is she doing that she's too busy to talk to her own mom? And Mona just snapped back, "Yes, busy." After that, Chandra tried calling over and over, but nobody answered. She couldn't get in touch with anyone. Then, on April 12, 2012, at 9 a.m., Mona called Chandra and said Nam had run away. Chandra was shocked. She asked if Nam had disappeared in Bangkok or Phetchaburi. Mona said Nam disappeared in Phetchaburi after leaving at 5 a.m. Chandra was like, wait, why did you bring my daughter here and not take her home? Why, if you saw her walk away, didn't you just tell her to go home? But Mona didn't say the word or anything, just hung up. Chandra couldn't believe it. Why would Mona, after coming all the way to Phetchaburi, why not just bring Nam home? The whole thing made zero sense. And Mona's quick hang-up just made her even more suspicious. Chandra went to Mona's house to ask around if anyone had seen the girl. Everyone said no, because people in the area knew Nam, and she hadn't gone to any of her friends' houses in Phetchaburi. On April 14, 2012, Chandra finally went to the police office to report Nam missing. The police need Mona as a witness and tried to call her, but Mona said, "I'm working, busy." A whole month went by, and Chandra got no help. So she decided to contact every Thai news outlet, every TV channel, and even the Pawina Homeschool Foundation for Children and Women to try and find her missing daughter. But she just couldn't find her. There were no leads. However, the truth uncovered. 5 years later, in 2017, a woman walking around Phetchaburi holding a photo. Her name was Tirati. I don't have a lot of other info about her, but she was the person who finally brought this case to light. Tirati was a crucial part of all of this because, as it turned out, she was one of the people who was there when Mona was hurting Nam. Tirati went to central Phetchaburi, showing a photo of a girl to the people and asked, "Do you know this person? Do you know?" Ask one by one, "Do you know this person? You know this person?" The girl in the photo was, of course, Nam. And get this, one of the people Tirati met was Chandra's friend. Was a crazy coincidence, right? The friend told Tirati where Chandra lived, and Tirati went to visit her at home. And she didn't come alone. She came with the truth. The truth of what had happened to Nam, along with pictures and a ton of detailed evidence. All of it was enough to make Chandra sure that the girl in the pictures was indeed her daughter, Nam. It was enough to know that Nam's life had ended. And it was enough evidence to give to the police and the media to finally get a definitive answer. Chandra submitted all this new info to the Pawina Homeschool Foundation on October 24, 2017. Because the foundation acted so fast and had these new leads, the investigation moved incredibly quickly. The search for Nam's body began on November 3, 2017. It started at 9 a.m. and around noon, officers dug up and actually found the skeleton. Chandra said that before they found the skeleton, she waited at home, filled with anxiety, until the authorities contacted her Around 3 p.m., an officer came to take her to the site. The moment Chandra saw the skeleton, she said, "I'm sure this is Nam. This is my daughter." At the time, there was no official ID evidence yet, so a lot of people asked her, "How can you be so sure it's your daughter's skeleton?" And Chandra said, "Her body structure, her bones, her proportions, her hair, her teeth. I remember it all so clearly. This is Nam." So, what exactly happened to Nam? Do you remember Charity? The woman who came to Chandra's house with a photo. Charity told Chandra that Nam had passed away, and everyone later found out Charity was actually Mona's daughter. She brought the truth to light because she had also been a victim of her mom's abuse. She couldn't bear it anymore. That's why she took the evidence she secretly kept and went searching for the other girl's mother. It just makes you wonder, what kind of person is Mona to hurt her own child so much that her daughter had to be the one to expose her? Tracy went on to describe the horrible things that happened from early April to April 12, 2012. Nam was brutally abused and tortured by Mona, who had a clear intent to kill. Mona used a blunt object, a spray can about a foot long, to repeatedly hit Nam's head, which is, a vital organ. She also used a plastic vacuum cleaner hose to hit Nam's thighs, and a hot hair straightener to burn her body, causing terrible injuries. Nam's face was swollen, and her eyes were open. Mona put her outside on the balcony, chained her up, locked her in a cage, and only let her wear diapers. Mona kept beating Nam until her ribs and jaw were broken. When Mona walked past Nam and got annoyed, she would beat her, making a thumping sound. When Mona walked to get a drink of water, Nam would call out to her, saying, "Mona." She just kept calling out until she died. Nam was tortured and died because her whole body was bruised. Witnesses gave super useful information, saying that she was severely beaten and assaulted by Mona, her 45-year-old employer, until she was seriously injured. The reason? The reason. Nam supposedly refused to follow orders, so she was beaten several times. Witnesses also said that Mona was just a hot-tempered person, and if she was unhappy, she would hurt Nam regularly. Before Songkran in 2012, she used a can of air freshener to hit Nam in the face, injuring her badly. Mona never took Nam to the hospital, and the next day, Nam died. Mona was scared of being punished, so she took the body and buried it under a palm tree near her mother's house. It would later be revealed that Mona wasn't alone. She had two accomplices. Pratana, her close friend, and Pramod, her older brother. They both knew what happened and helped her to cover up the crime. On April 15, 2012, Pratana and Pramod worked together to move the body to be buried. On November 10, 2017, the skeleton was finally confirmed. Yes, it's not skeletons. But because the skeleton had been buried for 5 years, it was too difficult to find the exact cause of death. In the end, the court found Krishna or Mona guilty of intentional murder and sentenced her to life in prison. She was also ordered to pay 1,065,776 baht. It's about 32,800 US dollars in compensation to Nam's mother. Pratana and Pramod were also found guilty for helping Mona hide the crime. They were each sentenced to 2 years in prison. Pratana's testimony during the investigation was helpful to the court. So her sentence was reduced by 1/3 to 1 year and 4 months. Pramod confessed before the witness testimonies were examined. So his sentence was reduced by half to 1 year in prison. The mother who lost her daughter said through tears, "For 5 years, my heart had been broken. Not a single day went by that I didn't think of my daughter. Every day I had hope. I waited for her to come back. The house I was living in burned down. But I kept living in a small hut because I was scared that one day my daughter would return home and wouldn't be able to find me or her sibling. And yes, because the house burned down, so Central lost all Nam photos. That's why she had to go to the government office to find some, and why I don't have any other pictures of Nam. Nam's story is a devastating but powerful testament to a mother's endless love and her fight for her child. It's a story of hope, loss, and the incredible strength of the human spirit, serving as a serial warning about the dangers that can be hidden beneath the surface, even among those we think we can trust. Yeah, and it finished. But I think I hear something about this news. It's updated. But I will write about it in the bottom. And first, how did about my first episodes about like Siam Sinister story? I hope you understand my English accents. And of course, I know it isn't perfect, but I do my best. The reason that I choose this case is about in Thailand, August and 12 August is Thailand Mother Day, and the story is about my mother. So I choose this one. But I don't want to post this story on the Mother Day because I think that day should be like the nice day. Shouldn't like reason that something sad story like this. Mother Day is just like it should have a nice day and shouldn't listen about sad story like this. And in this case, I remember is like very clear because the date, I mean, at the time when this happened, I watched the news on my phone, and my mom next she said behind me or next to me, and I look back at my mom, and her eyes like full of tears, and she said like, what kind of heart does she have? Like, why she? This girl is somebody's daughter, you know. I'm so excited, and I recorded more 10 times, and I was so stressed out. But I promise, I will do it like I will improve myself, and it makes me know like I'm so low tech. I don't know about what should I do about like editing like. Wow. And another thing about why I shoot this case is about because now she like went to be housemaid. Me, my family, as you know, we are minority called Karen in Thailand, and most of Karen girl, Karen women, like our culture, most of them they like didn't support about education much, but I think like when I listen this, I feel like I'm so sad about Nam. Yes, of course, but I also like thanks my parents. Like thank you so much. I thank them because a lot of Korean girl, if their parents didn't support about study education, they just like mostly they go to be like homeless too. I have many stories that I'm prepared already, but I mean only script. If you like it, please like and share. Don't forget to comment. Everything meant a lot to me. I promise I will improve myself. I will improve about like technique about editing something. Don't forget to subscribe if you like to listen about like Thai true crime stories. But now it's too hot. I have to go. So goodbye. See you next episode. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, okay?